No. I said stop.
Do you see the bruises all over me?
Okay, we'll talk about it. Put your hands behind your back.
So listen to me, you have the right to remain silent, do you understand?
So he's not going nowhere.
Anything you say can be used
He's not going nowhere.
Proceedings, do you
When
understand?
I was out when he broke my ribs, let's say.
I'm talking to you.
No.
You have the right to remain silent, do you understand? Anything you say
Let
can be
me tell you.
Anything you say can be used against you in court or other proceedings. Do you understand? You have the right to ask for a lawyer before advice before we ask you any questions.
On January 31st, 2026, Grundy County, Tennessee, a woman stabbed her boyfriend 3 times, then claimed to be the victim. The real issue is not who had bruises, it is what the law does with that claim.
What do we got?
So he's got 3 stab wounds. Nothing's too crazy. 1 under his armpit, 1 on his wrist, 1 into his head.
All right.
Yeah.
Mark, man, what happened?
Are you kidding me? I was sleeping,
We're just gonna
man.
put this here, okay?
Okay.
My fucking window's broken, everything.
Look at his backflip.
Yeah, I didn't see anything on the back.
Kelsey's the only one in the house, right?
Yes.
That was it. There was nothing.
This bitch tried killing me, man.
What'd she try stabbing you with?
A fucking big ass knife, dude.
Are we talking like a butcher's knife?
No, it's like one of the
Like a
long,
steak knife?
the long ones with the serrated end all the way through.
Okay, so, okay.
Can I get your first name?
Mark,
M-A-R-K?
yes.
What time did she get to the house today?
I don't fucking know, man. I
She
was
just showed
sleeping,
up.
man. The fucking window's broken to get in and everything.
How old are you, Mark?
I'm 45.
When's the last time you've seen Kelsey?
I don't fucking
Before this time?
Can you just like this for me?
before court.
Did you see the size of the knife?
Yeah, it's about 7 inches, 8 inches. It's one of them long ass knives. It's like the size of a butcher knife, but
You
skinny.
rest this arm down to your side, all
It
right?
was skinny, you said?
Yeah, it's not the butcher
Rest this arm
knife.
down.
Okay.
It's the one. It's a long ass one, but it's about like that, and it goes. You know, it's got the serrated.
Yep. Like a bread knife? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what kind of knives are knives. You know what I'm saying?
So it's kind of like a bread knife with it being about 10 inches long, serrated like that.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's the one right after the butcher knife.
So she's stabbing you while you're laying in bed,
So usually,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
right?
You just
So
leave
that, did you push her, get her off you, and then run out of there, or what
I
happened?
didn't do shit. I got out of there and I ran straight to my neighbor, my cousins. I said, "Yo, call the police. This
Yeah.
bitch is stabbing me."
So we got 3 stab wounds.
One
Two.
more, one in the left armpit and then one in the left.
Okay.
Libby Goods.
I don't know.
You in there?
Hey, let me see your hands. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. All right.
Come out here. Kelsey, come out here now. Come out here. Walk outside. No. I said stop.
Do you see the bruises all over me?
Okay, we'll talk about it. Put your hands behind your back.
You don't understand. You've been punching me all night long.
What?
You've been punching me all night long. I don't have a phone.
Well, first and foremost, you're not supposed to be here.
Okay, so
Right?
but it doesn't matter if I'm not supposed to. He's not allowed to beat me up.
You're not supposed to be here. You're trespassed from
So
here.
he gets to beat me up.
What happened?
He. Do you want to see all over my body?
No, I want you to tell us what happened.
My butt, my head, my forehead. He drags me around. He just drags me around. I have no phone. That's not my phone. He broke my phone. I had to delete Facebook. He's took any way of access of communication. He just dragged me up, beating me around. Like, I'm not lying. Like, literally, you can drug test me. I have no drugs in my system. He does weed.
Yeah, we got it. She's detained,
No,
Grundy.
but he's been beating me up.
You guys cleared the house?
No, but why?
Yeah, he cleared it.
But
We're good.
he
Thank
gets
you.
to beat me up all day.
No one ever said that. What's up?
I don't have a phone. He took my phone. I don't have a phone. So I
Still,
can't.
a phone right now is illegal.
Took a picture of it, but I slid it over there to get out the doorway.
Thank you. I saw it where it was right here.
Yeah, you want the photo or no?
Yeah, if you send it to me. What happened to the door?
Look at my arms, look at my body. Y'all don't ever care. You broke my ribs last time, and y'all didn't even care. Broke my ribs. I went to the hospital. I don't want you, and he still gets beating me up. So you guys just roll with it.
Is that her blood?
She claims it is.
Shit, all over me.
Where'd you bleed from? Where are you bleeding from? I don't see any open wounds anywhere.
Oh really? Oh really? You don't see nothing from
I
me?
see bruise, but nothing actively bleeding from you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot my arms every 5 seconds. He slapped me and hit me and dragged me by my hair.
I'm asking you where you're bleeding from, but he told us that's your blood.
That's my blood.
Where are you bleeding
Why
from?
do you? When he pointed a gun at me, y'all didn't even take it.
Where's the gun?
I remember the one time that they came here and I was in the bathroom and I had the door locked and he came up shooting the gun at me.
Okay, let's talk about tonight.
Tonight, he's a psycho. I don't know what to tell you. He took my phone. I don't know.
I trespassed you. You're not supposed to be.
Okay. So that part of the chair needs to be thrown in. The other part gets it. He threw that at me.
Where are you bleeding from? If you are bleeding, because if you are, we'll get you some medical attention.
Well,
but I don't see you actively bleeding anywhere.
Either, so drug me on my hair.
Can you answer his question, please?
Can it? No.
No. So you're not bleeding.
Oh, I'm just lying. Y'all always listen to him. He's not gonna call the cops when we're
Nobody's
both.
talked to him yet.
We're both not even. Then why is he? Where's he at then?
He's in the ambulance.
Oh, he's not in the ambulance because there's nothing wrong with it. He beat the fuck out of me. You know how many bruises I have on my body for him? Literally, like, I'm not saying it.
So,
like,
are you gonna? What happened? What happened tonight?
okay, so we were like this.
I don't see any blood on it though. It was laying right here. We slid it over there. She's got blood on her, but she doesn't seem to be bleeding.
He's got some blood. She got it in the armpit, head, and on the wrist.
And she won't tell us what happened. And she's messed up on something.
She showed up. He's like, I was sleeping.
Look at, he's been throwing chairs at me. That part and the other part of the chair. He threw two of them.
Threw them at you?
Yes,
How'd they break?
that part, that one.
Even you don't worry. That's what I ask. We don't.
Literally, like, I love him obviously. Like, I don't want to start talking to him. But as soon as like the weekend comes, he wants to do whatever he wants. No, don't let him out.
There's glass over here.
Don't let him out.
I'm willing to bet that was it.
What's that?
That was laying right there when I got here.
Yeah, in the front.
I was laying.
And it's gotta be the one.
Nobody heard either.
It's impossible to get the story out of her.
No.
We never hit each other.
You said stuff was thrown, right?
I'm sitting over here. He's throwing it at me.
That's definitely blood.
When did that happen?
Right there. See?
I don't know how many hours ago.
Yeah, there's more over by the door.
Like, then let me call my mom. Well, he took my phone too.
We're beyond that point right now.
Well, no
could
shit.
make-
What about him?
He's going to the hospital.
Yeah, he's at the hospital right now.
Well, what happened to him?
Well, let's hope nothing bad happens.
Well, he did it.
Well, that's why we're asking the questions. We're just trying to figure out.
Well, he broke my ribs. Listen, I'm not touching him. It was the whole week of not doing drugs. Not doing alcohol. Sorry, he cannot do it. He's over
Is
here
that why
being.
you got frustrated through the chair?
No, even this morning, he was mad. I'm like, Mark, it's been a whole week. Basically, I'm catering. He's like, get through his shit. I was making breakfast, I'm there, clean all this, do everything. Taking my dog, you want to run out here, I'm taking the dog on the walk. Because this is how we do it. I am not gonna fucking.
That's what we're trying to get your side of the story.
I have to read this, okay?
Oh my god.
No. You know you're going to jail either way because you're.
I dealt with this mother.
Okay.
Under Tennessee Code Section 39-14405, criminal trespassing occurs when a person knowingly remains on property after being forbidden to do so by the lawful occupant. Kelsey held an active trespass warning from this address, making her presence a standalone, arrestable offense, entirely independent of the stabbing. Still, a trespass warning does not legally extinguish a claim of self-defense or abuse. Officers remain obligated under Tennessee Code Section 39-13-111 to document all visible injuries. That is why the bleeding question matters legally when Kelsey could not identify an active wound. Officers had no basis to reclassify her as the primary injured party. Under Illinois v. Gates, probable cause is assessed from the totality of circumstances, not any single factor. Blood transfer without an active wound source, combined with a victim carrying 3 stab wounds, is a totality that points in one direction. Under Tennessee Code Section 39-13-102, aggravated battery requires serious bodily injury or the use of a deadly weapon. A serrated knife is a deadly weapon under Tennessee law, regardless of its label, and 3 penetrating stab wounds constitute serious bodily injury. Both elements are satisfied simultaneously. While minor inconsistencies in the victim's knife description exist, courts apply the credibility standard from Illinois v. Gates. Corroborating physical evidence can sustain probable cause even where witness accounts are imprecise. Miranda v. Arizona, 1966, requires custodial suspects be informed of 4 rights before interrogation: silence, use of statements in court, right to counsel, and right to appointed counsel. Failure to complete all 4 renders statements inadmissible. Courts have held that a suspect's interruptions do not invalidate an otherwise complete advisement. Under Berghaus versus Tompkins, a suspect who voluntarily speaks after Miranda has implicitly waived those rights. Under Salinas versus Texas, silence must be explicitly invoked by name. Every statement Kelsey made without doing so is admissible.
So listen to me, you have the right to remain silent, do you understand?
So he's not going nowhere.
Anything you say can be used
He's not going nowhere.
proceedings, do you
When
understand?
I was out when he broke my ribs, let's say.
I'm talking to you.
No.
You have the right to remain silent, do you understand? Anything you say
Let
can be
me
used.
tell you.
Anything you say can be used against you in court or other proceedings. Do you understand? You have the right to ask for a lawyer before advice before we ask you any questions
Can I
and
have a
have him
cigarette?
or her with you during questions.
I know what this
Do you
is
understand?
about. Yes, can I please?
If you can afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you, free to
No, I see how
prosecute
you
you before any
motherfuckers
questions if you
run.
wish.
I see how
Do you
you
understand?
just
Right now, you're going to be charged with criminal trespass to residence. You're going to be charged with
Maybe he can do it at my
criminal
house
damage to
too?
property, aggravated domestic battery,
Oh my
aggravated
God,
battery with a deadly
man.
weapon. You understand?
Oh no, but okay. I'm going to jail for this. Did I have one of my cigarettes? Oh, that's right. No, wait, Marcus isn't there. Hell no. You have no idea how much he's fucked our families over. I can't even go to my family's house because of him. Because he harasses my family. No.
Grundy G26, Mark Miranda in a
Oh,
95.
my arm's so tight, dude. My left arm, no. It's too tight on the left side. No. Get it off my left side like that. No. I got a motherfucker already grab me tonight. F my kid and all that. And no, it's too tight. It's too tight.
Just wait.
I've already been abused by a
He's adjusting
motherfucker.
it.
I don't know if that's going to work.
You're gonna take me for him? Y'all be suicide. Like, no. He's not gonna say you're gonna abuse my family, put my news up, and report my kid. Yeah, no. I raised all these people.
Anybody got a paper bag for that?
Or
a container or something to put it in?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the one, but it was the one that was laying by the door. No.
No, you can drug test me. I already told them this. They don't listen. No. What night? What do you take my phone? That's illegal.
Yeah.
He took my phone. Is that illegal? I can't call the cop.
Yeah, I can grab it.
Get him on.
Way over there.
Put your shoes on.
Yeah.
They're not my shoes.
Well, they are now, so just take
No, they're not. You guys don't need to boss me around. Why you let him just molest my kid?
get a statement from
I got a quick statement saying that he was asleep.
Yeah, we
can No!
It was quick passing as we were going to the residence.
I know you got cameras in here. That's yeah.
Over there. No,
All
over
right,
there.
let's go. Let's go.
No. Can I have a cigarette?
No.
Why am I getting put it onto the hand?
There's blood on the door handle too.
Oh wow. Nobody cared when he broke my fucking nose. So when I go to court, I'm gonna. Oh, we're gonna go for everything about it.
Who's going to take
Is there anybody else in there?
No.
Bobby, where are you going? Okay.
Bring your forward.
Don't want to give up crime scene.
So, when he explained the knife
One
to
in
me,
the sink here.
he said
There's the handle.
it was a bigger knife. It had serrated edges, almost like a bread knife.
Yeah.
He said it was bigger. I just don't see any blood.
What's on the end of it? What's that?
She could have washed it.
Right.
Well, I'd say take off more than that. Bobby.
Oh, there's some blood on the door.
Yeah.
Did you already get that?
No.
Anything in the garbage that he might have thrown out?
Was there another knife in there or not?
No, I didn't see anything. We found a little bit of blood on the covers of the bed too, so.
If that's not his one, he has his on it, he might be able to pull
Right.
Alright.
Is he actually looking to press charges though?
We're doing it. We're not, because here's the thing. She's got a trespass warning from here, so she shouldn't be here.
I was here 2 weeks
And in the park. So what he described to me was a big knife with serrated edges, but then when I said steak knife, he said yes. But he also said, I don't know what kind of knife it was, but it was a big knife.
So that one.
And I asked, I'm like,
This one right here. Have we turned that over yet? Is there blood on the backside of it?
No.
No.
I mean, there's so many knives sitting around. Bobby, that one was kind of buried.
Yeah.
I'd say those two knives right there, since they were sitting out,
And the one by the front door.
Yeah. So just take pictures of where they're sitting at, and get a picture of the door as well with the broken glass everywhere. Found a little more blood woj on the bed sheets. So
The Fourth Amendment exigent circumstances doctrine, as applied in Brigham City versus Stewart, permits warrantless entry when officers have reason to believe a person inside faces imminent harm. A bleeding victim already receiving paramedic care outside satisfies that threshold, giving officers lawful authority to enter and secure the scene without a warrant. Under Graham versus Connor, restraint force is evaluated from the perspective of a reasonable officer at the moment of application. Handcuffing a felony domestic battery suspect who had been verbally volatile throughout the encounter is objectively reasonable. Kelsey's legal exposure compounded on 3 independent tracks. The trespass violation created the predicate offense. The stabbing elevated it to a felony, and her voluntary statements built the prosecution's record for them. Mark's decision to disengage and involve a third party to call 911 eliminated any dual-aggressor finding under Tennessee's self-defense framework, preserving his credibility as the complaining witness. The deputies completed Miranda correctly and bagged biological evidence in paper, proper chain of custody protocol. One gap, no structured on-camera injury assessment of the suspect. A detailed defense counsel could reference in a civil filing. Lesson 1, a trespass warning carries criminal weight. Returning to a restricted property creates independent probable cause for arrest before any other conduct is even assessed. Lesson 2, the right to silence under Salinas versus Texas requires an explicit verbal invocation. Speaking instead of invoking converts every sentence into prosecutorial material. Lesson 3, in a dual-claim domestic situation, the legal advantage goes to the party who disengages, documents, and lets law enforcement and the courts do the work. Kelsey was charged with domestic violence, aggravated battery, criminal trespassing, and criminal damage to property. Final court disposition is unknown at the time of this analysis. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to cover in the comments below. Thank you for watching,